Hi guys, in this class we will discuss about scalar data type predefined. One of them is a string, an integer, float and boolean. So first of all we discuss about a string data type. String is a collection of or a sequence of character that is enclosed in single or double quotation. When you provide any character in single or double quotation, this is single quotation, this one is a double quotation. Inside single or double quotation, provided data is called string data type. So for example, this is a variable and this variable have a value of Faisal Zamir that is coded in double quotation. So this is a string data type. We can also use a single quotation. So single and double quotation string. One of them you can see that this result will same as coming from this one. We use only single quotation. So understand this example and I discuss a rule with you. For example, you use a double quotation outside, but inside you cannot use double quotation, so it will generate an error. As you can see that this is a double quotation, outside double quotation, inside double quotation I am using another double quotation, it will generate an error. You can use single quotation inside single quotation, but if there are outside single quotation you can use double quotation. So these are the rules. So in another example you can see that this is single quotation, outside single quotation, but we are using a double quotation inside single quotation. It is a correct one. Another is a double quotation outside, inside we are using single quotation. This is also correct. For example, another case we have a variable. You can use variable in a quotation but in double quotation, not in single quotation. So this is a correct way. You can use variable inside double quotation, but when you provide a variable used variable in single quotation, this is not a incorrect way. So these are different cases that we will discuss in Visual Studio Code. There are different built-in methods we can use with string. For example, this is a string length. If you want to find length of string, count total number of element character in a string, we can use string str length function. So echo str length, and when you provide a string it will count its length. And there is a string str underscore word count. You can count total number of words in a string. For example, you have to pass a variable. This variable should have value. Another is a string reverse. You can reverse any string using strve reverse method. So this is the method to reverse any string. Another is a integer scalar data type. Integer is a whole number. For example, these are different number, negative or positive, without fractional number or pointing number, consider an integer number. So for example, it should a whole number, positive or negative number. For example, these are different example about integer. About integer data type we will discuss the in number chapter. In later classes we will discuss it. Another is a float. Float will be a fraction number, pointing number, e power number. For example, these are different example about float data type. So about float and integer we will discuss in detail in later classes. Another is a boolean data type. Boolean data type in the PHP show two possible value. One of them is true, another is a false. So these are different data type we have discussed. For example, string, integer, float and boolean. So I open Visual Studio Code and provide different example about these data types and I will clear your concept. In Visual Studio Code, creating a new file. This is a chapter number 4. Chapter 4. Inside this chapter 4, scalar data type. Scalar data type PHP. HTML5 data structure of element, PHP data type. So data types in PHP. Now for example, this is a string, this is string. So to use PHP, I have to use a PHP tag. Inside this tag I have to use PHP coding. Now I want to print its value, parcel echo as string. Open the browser. This is chapter 4. This file parcel is displaying here. You can also use single quotation. You will get a same result when you use a single quotation. Refresh, same result you are getting. So another is a, for example, as one Faisal Zamir. You can use single quotation inside double quotation. For example, single quotation, I am using single quotation inside double quotation. When you open browser, refresh, you can see that I have to echo s1, and then refresh, you can see that displaying, but I have to go this one. Now refresh, you can see that Jafri is displaying in single quotation. When I provide double quotation, I will get an error because you cannot use double quotation inside double quotation. So but you can use single quotation inside double quotation. Also you can use for example s2, single outside will be single quotation and inside there will be double quotation. You can also use in this way. When I refresh, but I have to call that variable s2. You can see that you can use double quotation inside single. For example, I have variable age, variable is age value is 34, and I want to display this variable. For example, your age is this age, so it will display age value. Refresh, your age is 34, because we are using double quotation. For example, if you use a single quotation and then variable name, you will not get variable value. You can see that your age is age. You have to use double quotation to display value of that variable that you are using. So these are different example related to string. So another different methods, for example, you can find string length using strlen. For example, length of s, refresh, you can see that 6 is displaying here. 6 is the length of this string. So another is a echo str word count. You can also count word of any string. For example, I want to count word of s1 variable value. Refresh, you have to put a semicolon at the end of statement. This is statement terminator. You can see that it is displaying 3. There are 3 words in s1. This is s1, 1, 2 and 3. You can also use a echo and use a line break. This tag is used in HTML. Now refresh the browser, put a semicolon at end of every statement. Refresh, missing, you can see that. Refresh, you can see that. So another is a echo string reverse. You can reverse any string. For example, I want to reverse s2. It will display in the mode of reverse order. You can see that displaying string in reverse order. So these are different methods you can use with the string. So another is a number data type, that is an integer data type. For example, age or num 1 2 3 4. This is a integer data type. and this one is a, for example, price is equal to float data type. So you can also echo where dom. Where dom is used to check about data type. Data type, for example, num. So it will display information about data type. When I refresh, you can see that echo line break, put a semicolon. You can see this is an integer data type, so you can see that. So another is a, for example, if you want to display information about price data type, you will see that this is a float data type. This is a float data type. So about integer and float we will discuss with detailed description in later classes. Another is a Boolean data type, for example, val is equal to true. In capital lowercase you can provide. So echo, and you display val, you will display its value 1 is displaying, because true means 1 and false means 0. This is a false will display 0 or nothing. So another is a, for example, I have a variable a value is 2, another is a value variable is b, its value is 4. I want to find a relation a is equal to b. So refresh, you can see that nothing is displaying, because this is not a true. For example, I provide a, now these are equal to each other, it will display result in Boolean value fashion. You can see that 1 is displaying here. In PHP, 1 means true and nothing means is false. In some cases 0 is displaying, 0 means false. So in this way, comparison operator, logical operator display result in Boolean data type true or false. There may be a condition in which your statement is true, and in some cases your statement may be false. On the basis of Boolean value, value will be displayed. So about Boolean data type we will discuss in later classes in detail. Don't worry about this one. This is just introduction to data type, but complete description I will share with you in later classes.